Next, the next thought I have is this concept of a personal board of directors. You're saying, board of directors, those are for corporations. That's not for people. Well, you're right. There's no legal. You don't have a legal unless you incorporate yourself. And I'm not here to suggest that you do. I don't think that's, for most of you, would not be a wise move. But it is a good idea to think about obtaining a group of counselors, a group of people who have expertise in various financial matters and legal matters that will be there to guide you, to be there to provide professional services to you when you need them in various areas of finance. And so among those individuals, I would start with having a good lawyer. You know, I always have my lawyer's phone number memorized. And actually in the case of the lawyer, as well as a lot of others, you'll find that there are several subspecialties that are going to require you to find different individuals. So, for example, if we're looking at contracts and wills, I have one attorney for that that I've grown up with, and I know and I trust, and he does very, very good work for me, and he does very, very good work for my clients. So I put that person there. But there's another gentleman that works on real estate issues for me. And, you know, there's another one. So you can see, and in each of these, there may be a corporate attorney. If you're going into your own business, you'll maybe have a series of corporate attorneys to guide you through the corporation process and all of the responsibilities that you would have as a president and chief executive officer of your corporation. Lawyers. Banker, next. So it's getting harder really in this area to have a good personal relationship with a banker. Smaller banks, local small banks in your communities are a good place for those kind of relationships to blossom. The big guys like Bank of America and Wells, they move their people around very, very often. But it may pay off in terms of your chatting up a good banker, perhaps a manager, a branch manager of a bank, and staying with that person as that person goes through that bank for the purposes of having that person, you know, cut through the red tape for you. And if you need a loan, if you need a business loan, that person might be able to stand up for you and help you put in a good name for you at the loan committee in order to make your loan happen. That happened for me with our current home. I'll never forget this woman who I'd known for about 10 years and had done other business transactions with, and when it came time for this home, she was there for me. And she was able to give me loans on very excellent terms because I was a good customer of the bank and I was a good customer of hers. And so find a good banker. Mortgage broker, again, as you're beginning to think about purchasing a home, some of you will begin to think about it. There's another good person to have in mind. Where do you find a good mortgage broker? You just have to talk. You talk to other people, other peers of yours who've just purchased homes or just done some refinancing, and see whether or not they've been given good services by the mortgage brokers. Mortgage brokers typically are able to offer you interest rates at below the bank rates. And if you go to walk into a bank, the bank's posted an interest rate, 30-year, come in for our 30-year loan today, 4%. There was one day that I tested this with Citibank. The Citibank had a 4% loan. My mortgage broker was offering me the same terms with Citibank for a quarter point less. So that happens. Real estate agent, again, my feeling about this is real homes are, especially in this area, God help us in this area, if you are able to save and be able to attain the kind of financial status necessary to purchase a home, it may take you a long time to find one. I literally went through 100 homes in search for my dream home until I found it. And this, it takes a lot of work, but it also takes a good real estate agent who's in your corner, who understands the area, who's willing to work with the other side to represent you and to represent your interests in the very best possible way. So I think that the thing to do here is first decide on an area, look at an area that you really would like to get into, and then, ask around within that area which real estate agents really know this area, understand this area. Don't always go with the biggest, the most prolific person in that area, because they're very, very busy and they may not be able to offer you the same customer service that someone a little bit smaller might be able to offer you. Insurance broker, there are several again. So there are several types of insurance. So you life insurance, you might have casualty insurance, you might have other kinds of business liability coverage. There will be different agents in each of these areas.